Peace. Kimmy Morris Candace here, back with another video. Definitely need to get into this topic, especially with the ladies. And the reason why I say especially with the ladies, because dealing with love and relationships, I get a lot of calls and messages from women that are, suffering from the effects of sexually transmitted demons. Men go through it too, but women go through it more extensively because they are inverted beings. Definitely need to understand this. It's been, you know, put out there in social media, so I'm sure a lot of people know about it, but when you don't know about it, it affects your life much worse, and it's hard to, you know, not repeat a lot of conditionings in old relationships. Like, you may find yourself being with the same person in different relationships, and we definitely need to become aware of the law of attraction. You're going to see me do a lot of videos. You probably have seen me do a lot of videos and radio shows on law of attraction, because we attract like minds as well as like energy, because the mind is all energy. You know, you may come out of an abusive relationship and find yourself in another abusive relationship, or you may come out of a relationship with infidelity and go into a relationship with infidelity, and that's basically because the person that you were sexually connected to, you connected to them on a spiritual level, whether they were spiritual or not. We need to understand that when we're exchanging intimacy, we're exchanging energy. We're connecting with each other on three different levels. One may be spiritual, the soul level, and the carnal level. And like when a man and a woman is having sex, they're infusing their energy, making one body, with their energy. And it could be so detrimental that we keep having failed relationships. And I know you all are familiar with that saying, once this person have your energy, they always have it. No, they don't. You know, you will always have that energy if you don't know how to, if you don't understand energy, if you don't understand yourself. There are spiritual practices where we can transform this transmitted energy. When there's a will, there's a way. The magic is in us, and we have to come to that understanding and rid ourselves of the old before we move on to someone new. And it definitely takes the effort of working on yourself. I see a lot of brothers out here that are attracted to polygamous relationships, and I totally don't disagree with it. I don't have a problem with it. However, when you're choosing a wife, or wives or whatnot, you are doing more exchanging of energy than anyone, on a regular basis. So when you choose those life partners that you want to share your energy with, you're transferring that energy to these three women or two women or how many ever wives you have. And you definitely want to fix not suddenly and examine well with care, because we don't know what this woman coming to the relationship with, nor this woman who's coming into the relationship. And it could be like an explosive hot mess.com. So if that's your lifestyle, if that's your thing, cool beans. Just definitely study the person and find out what type of energy that you're exchanging, because it's more than about bodily fluids. It's more than being with somebody because it's economically beneficial. We have to go into depth with choosing life partners you know, we can't just go smashing willy-nilly, because life is not like that, you know. Although we would like it to be, although we would want to vibrate heavenly from our sacral chakra, we have to understand that while we're smashing each other, we're also smashing energy together, making it a part of each other, you know. This is a very important topic that we should discuss with our children who are just going out running amok, having sex at an early age. You know, we have to talk to them about more than just sexually transmitted diseases. We have to talk to them about more than just teenage pregnancies. We need to get to the spiritual level of everything and let them understand what sex really is. You know, when it boils down to it, when we're having sexual intercourse with each other, we're exchanging in a spiritual ritual energy to each other. And you want to avoid these sexual demons. You know, have you ever been around people where, or like a couple that's been married for a long time and they start to look alike? You know, like that couple, you know, like I remember my great aunt had a friend of hers at our church, and I used to see, you know, like the pastor and his wife, and I used to think that they were brother and sister, but they were married, and they had been married so long, and they had been sharing the same energy for so long that they became one body made flesh, you know. So that's just an example of how deep this energy is and what you want to bring into yourself, you know. Or you may have a girlfriend or whatever, you know, and you see this person is in a new relationship and they just change, you know. They change on a level where you can tell, you know, well, I can tell, I can see people's energy all over them. So I can see when they are going through something very detrimental in their lives, and, you know, I could tell if the person around them is toxic. I don't have to talk to that person, I can just see it, you know. Um, so it's definitely very serious. But like I said, you know, it's a will, there's a way. You know, you don't have to hold on to this energy, you know, but like minds do attract. And we definitely have been attracting a lot of the same energy, you know, in different relationships. Like, I heard a sister say, you know, dang, it seemed like every relationship I go into is the same relationship. And it's not necessarily because it's something that you're doing wrong, like as far as choosing the different type of people, but, well, you are choosing you're actually choosing the energy that's already within you. Every demon carries the same characteristics, you know, or the correspondent characteristics, and they have a certain influence in your life, you know. So, like I said, like minds, like energy, it all attracts. So, if you find yourself attracting the same failed relationship, you have to ask yourself, have I recycled this energy? Have I cleansed myself of this energy? You know, a lot of the ways you can do it is through visualization, spirit baths, you know, like spiritual baths. Um, I also recommend for women to get yoni eggs, you know, preferably the rose quartz crystal, you know, because it deals with love. It helps to get over broken hearts. You know, it helps to heal the wound and align your chakras. You know, you can also do grounding. You know, definitely get into the practice of grounding, because it's energy, you know, of the purest form from the earth, and, you know, it adds on to your life force energy, and you can take that life force energy and turn it into a recycled energy. All the negative energy that you have into, you can either transfer it to somebody else, which you really don't want to do. But the whole thing I'm trying to say is energy can either be transferred or recycled. You know, negative energy don't always stay negative energy. So you can take this energy and you can recycle it into, energy of the soul, and then transfer it into energy of the spirit. Get into the tantric understanding of life force energy so you can better apply it to yourself. You don't have to walk around with the energy of the person that you slept with. You don't have to keep attracting the same type of person all the time. The knowledge of self is so important because it's a lifetime job to study yourself. And if you're taking on energy from negative relationships and making it a part of your part, then it's a self-destructive pattern. A lot of us as women, we don't want to be alone. We want to be secure in relationships, and we ultimately want these men in our lives to be our all and our everything. And we become so desperate with trying to find the right mate that we keep attracting the same ones. We're not giving ourselves time to spiritually cleanse our aura, to spiritually cleanse ourselves on any level, and therefore we will continue to attract the things that we really don't need in our lives. It's so important. But like, as far as the grounding, definitely get into that. It may seem kind of strenuous at first. In another video, I want to do a demonstration to show you how to ground properly and store that energy. And once you're able to store that energy, you can transform that energy. You can move that energy anywhere you want in your body, and you can heal yourself. Definitely, when it comes to choosing a life partner, choose someone who, male or female, is willing to uplift you, to help you remove that baggage. Through sexual practices, there are healing positions, there are healing techniques, to rid yourself of that energy. But even before you get to that point, you want to work on cleansing your own body, cleansing your own energy. And if you and your partner are on a spiritual journey together, it's best to even start that before moving forward in smashing with each other. Because even though this person may be on a spiritual journey and you're on a spiritual journey, you're still carrying energy from past relationships. And to purify and make your relationship anew, you want to get into those spiritual practices with each other to cleanse yourselves of old energy. It's almost like being a virgin all over again. Anything is possible. Definitely put powerful intentions in cleansing, purifying, recycling energy. Another thing is that we deplete our life force energy on so many levels, be it our negative habits that we pick up, our diet, in sex, and menstrual cycles. Like every month, a woman depletes her life force energy because her life force energy derives in her ovaries. A man may deplete his life force energy a little more than we do if he's constantly having sex and ejaculating every time he has sex. So definitely understand who you are, what you're capable of, and how to utilize your energy in yourself on this plane. We are very unique beings here. And once we understand what we're capable of, there are so many things that we would start doing that will change our lives almost overnight. And then there are certain things that if we're ignorant of it or we have no clue about it, it could destroy our lives. So we want to make healthier decisions as far as building relationships and taking time to get to know each other, because you don't know if this man, how he treats women, if he's abusive to his mother, his sister, and any other woman. How do you expect for him to treat you? With this guy, you don't know if this woman is bitter. You don't know if she's jaded. You don't know if she has some serious fatal attraction issues, because I do meet a lot of women with some fatal attraction issues, and it's scary. Definitely want to know if a person is aligned with their higher self. You definitely want to know how people interact in their everyday lives before you just share that energy. You know, what is it that they're willing to work on to make themselves a better person so that they won't extend that off on you. You know, like again, we infuse through our spirit, our bodies, you know, the soul. All these things are important to know, because if you don't know how to rid yourself of that energy, you could be stuck with it forever, and you can keep attracting the same old person, you know, and um you come into a situation and you're like, dang, that person crazy, or wow, this person bipolar, you know. And it's not even just because they're that, you know, it's because they are they have adopted other people's characters. You know, I know you've been in a relationship on one occasion or another where you begin to take on certain characteristics of your mate. Pay attention to yourself, study yourself, and understand that this is so important, you know, that you will take on the person's energy that you're sleeping with, you know. Definitely stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to do a physical demonstration on different ways you can transform your energy. You know, like for women who have been sexually abused or raped or getting over a bad relationship, like I said, you definitely want to get a rose quartz crystal. You know, keep it with you all the time. You know, to protect yourself from that negative energy, you want to get you like a black obsidian crystal, you know, a black tourmaline or things of that nature, so you can rid yourself or extract that energy. Always keep clear quartz crystals around you. You know, definitely get the yoni egg, so that it could help you to realign your chakras in a proper form. You know, definitely take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This is so serious. You know, I appreciate you taking out the time to watch the video. If you need, you know, relationship consultation, I can be reached at sevensagemetaphysics.com. If you have any questions, you know, you can reach me at sevensagehealing@gmail.com. Also, join us in our Facebook group, which is Royal Bloodline, or The Royal Bloodline. Like us on Facebook, share our videos, uh, definitely subscribe. You know, there's definitely more to come. It's all about uplifting all of humanity and working on self. Again, to study yourself is a lifetime job, and make sure that you take care of yourselves and each other.